Alright, welcome to my first video. Hopefully this is a somewhat good format for you to understand Miss K. Hopefully it's legible, hopefully it's all good. Alright, anyways, on with the first problem. And a disclaimer, I'm probably going to use more than one box for these problems, but this is only for the first problem. Just a disclaimer. Okay, so we have 9 raised to the x squared equals 3 raised to the negative 5x minus 2. So an easy way to solve for this equation, to solve for x, is by making them have the same base. And by same base, it wants to have the same number. So this 9 needs to transform into a 3. And you may ask, how do you do that? Well, 3 and 9, 3 times 3 is 9, and it's already in an exponent form. So you write it like this: 3 squared x squared equals 3 to the negative 5x minus 2. Okay, so now that you have that set up and they're the same base, you can distribute right here, which will give you 2x squared. Alright, so I'd be lying saying I didn't cut the video where I messed up. So I accidentally put this plus sign here. I'm a novice. Alright, continuing. 2x squared equals negative 5x minus 2. Okay, and immediately you can tell right off the bat that this is going to be a polynomial. So I'm continuing my work down here. Going to get 2x squared, because you're going to, and I should have mentioned, you're going to want to move both of these to the left side to set this other side equal to 0. So now we have 2x squared plus 5x plus 2 equals 0. Now, an easy way to solve for this problem is by doing a method that I've always found pretty easy. Now, you could do the quadratic formula and negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. You could do that, but what I like to do is I like to multiply the a value times the c value and then set it up like this. So we get our giant X, and most of you who are watching, or Miss K if you're watching, you're familiar with this. So you set the number that goes on top is the C value. So after multiplying A times C, you get 4. And you always put the B value in the bottom. And you want to find two numbers that multiply to get 4 and add to get 5. Well, off the top of my head, that's a very easy set of numbers. 4 times 1 equals 4, and 4 plus 1 equals 5. So the way you set it up after that, after getting what you think are two roots, but they're not actually roots, they come back into your equation. I guess this is busting the bee. I'm finally having this realization. Okay, so after busting the bee, you can group these two and you can factor. So what comes out of this set of numbers? 2x. What comes out of here? Nothing really, except for 1. So continuing down here, we got 2x and what is left in that set of numbers is x plus 2. And right here we have 1 that comes out, and we still have an x plus 2. So we have our numbers now. We have the equation 2x plus 1 equals 0, as well as x plus 2 equals 0. Now, the way we can get these actual zeros to be their value is by isolating the variable and moving everything else to the right side. So, easy right here. Oops. So we get x equals -2 as one of them, and right here 1 ends up going to the right side, so you got 2x equals -1. Divide both sides by 2 to isolate the variable. You isolate your variable and you get -1/2. And I will just circle that so it is easy to see.